I got a question for you. How many of you have ever been in an argument with somebody and they say something and then you say something and then they say something and for a split second you don't have something to say in response to them? And before you can get out your next thing, they say to you, "Oh, what? You don't got anything to say?" Or, "Yeah, that's what I thought," right? Where your split moment of silence in that moment is interpreted as you lost. And it's so fat. I've been in this situation multiple times where that quick immediate moment of silence is interpreted as I lost the argument. I'm not as smart, right? And it's so fascinating to me how we perceive that silence as a lack of intelligence. We perceive the silence as the one who doesn't have something to say has lost the argument. But what if it's 100% the other way around? Because biologically speaking, when you're in an argument with somebody and you are both in that heightened emotional state, you can't think clearly. I'm sure you've had experiences before where you're so angry and you're so activated that you feel like your entire body is about to explode. You know what I mean? And you can't think clearly. You don't know what to say and you're just so reactive, and that's why we say things we don't mean, and that's why we do things we wish we hadn't done afterwards once we've calmed down. You know, it's because biologically speaking, we're not grounded, we're not clear, we're not conscious in a wholesome kind of way. And it's so fascinating that in an argument, the one who reacts quickest is more dominant. How does that work? Why is that the case? It's because in that heightened state, reactivity takes the prize. The one who reacts the quickest and the most intense is the winner. But see, when you take that moment of pause, when you don't have, like, imagine somebody talks some shit to you. Hey, my man, what's good, bro? Imagine somebody talks some shit to you. And rather than immediately reacting to what they say, instead you sit silently. They just said some sus shit to you, and you just sit silently with it. And they say, "What? You don't got anything to say?" And you say to them, "No, I'm just taking a moment to like really sit with what you just said." What's so fascinating about that is the way it works when you don't give a reaction to somebody who's treating you poorly, your lack of response almost creates this like vacuum where all they're able to see in that moment is their behavior. All they have in that moment is their emotional reactivity. That's why silence is the best response more often than not. Like, I'm sure as this live stream goes on, there's going to be people that come into the chat and they talk shit and they say negative stuff because they have nothing better to do, right? Now imagine if in response to people talking shit in the chat, I got all activated, mad. Hey, don't come into my live stream and talk shit, you know? Or I try to go, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You're in such a space where you're gonna talk shit in a YouTube live stream because you have nothing better to do. I'm sending you love." You know what I mean? Engaging with it in any kind of way like that, all it does is it feeds the energy. Where when somebody talks shit to you and you match their energy by talking shit back and being mean back, what that teaches that person that's talking shit to you is they will stoop to my level when I emotionally act out. When I act out from negativity, you know? Now, a lot of people think like I see this a lot with like people on social media and stuff. Like if there's people hating in the comments or whatever, people will feel the person that's getting hated on will feel inclined to like I'm sending love to you. Josh, what's good, bro? What did you say? Someone talking to you, match with creativity. Listen, and it helped. No, like you know the term "kill 'em with kindness." Like I'm sending you love. When somebody treats you poorly, you think that by being kind to them, they're gonna see this grand message of, oh my gosh, they're still being kind to me even when I was being cruel. They're such an amazing person. Maybe I should be kind too. That's what we want them to experience as a result of us being kind to them, being cruel to us. But more often than not, when we're kind and loving to the people who treat us poorly, what that conveys to them is, oh my god, I can treat this person like crap and they're still gonna be kind to me. I can treat them like crap. I can give them the bare minimum and they'll still love me. So it really doesn't matter how I treat them. If I'm a dick, they're kind. If I treat them poorly, they're kind. If I don't engage with them, they're kind. You know? But what you want to do, you don't want to interact with that energy. Doormat syndrome. Exactly. We like, you know what I mean when I say it's conveyed that being kind in the face of cruelty is the thing. No. That's not what you want to do. What you want to do is, to the extent that you can, of course, don't even engage with it. Don't even interact with it. You cut those people out of your life. That's what you do. You don't tolerate it. Like people that ask the question, how do I tolerate toxicity? The answer is you don't. You're not supposed to. And by you asking the question, how do I tolerate this toxicity? You're insulting your body. The reason you're asking, how do I tolerate this toxicity, is because you can't tolerate it. That's why you're asking the question. And the reason you can't tolerate it is because your body is trying to signal to you to get your ass out of that situation. You're engaging with people and places and situations in your life that you don't resonate with. Asking yourself, how do I tolerate this toxic person, is like putting your hand on a hot stove and being like, how do I make it stop hurting? Oh my god, it burns like hell, but how do I make it stop burning? You want to know how to make it stop burning? You stop touching the hot stove. You stop engaging with the thing that is causing and triggering the pain. You don't sit in a shitty environment and ask, how do I make myself okay with being in a shitty environment? That's dysfunctional. What if I am locked with those mean people for some time? Well, that's where it becomes nuanced, bro. It's good to see you, by the way, man. That's where it's like highly variable, because there are going to be certain situations where you're locked up with people and you can't get away from those people. And I mean, that kind of comes down to, in those instances, it is a matter of how you learn to walk that tightrope. Because you don't want to tolerate it, but right now you have to. That's the reality of the situation. And it's worth asking, why can't you get away from them? But assuming you literally can't, and it's complicated, or at least you can't right now, the question, it then is more logical to ask yourself, what's the best thing that I can do to tolerate this right now, right? Because you aren't going to be able to get away from it whenever you want, You guys see what I'm saying? Imagine asking yourself, how do I tolerate something I'm not built to tolerate? Dude, these chats are crazy. What is YouTube, bro? Like, who is YouTube showing my live stream to? This is what you guys are coming up with. It's incredible. Charlie, you're even on one, bro. Harrison says, hi, what's good, bro? Vortex says, hello, what's up? You have to build up a tolerance. Or, Josh, I don't know. I mean, you got here a minute ago. I don't know how much of it you heard. Yeah, you can build up a tolerance, but only in the context of you're not able to get out of it. You know what I mean? If you are able to get out of it, you're not supposed to build up a tolerance, bro. The reason you can't tolerate it, or the reason you're having trouble tolerating it, is because you're not supposed to. So why are you continuing to put yourself in an environment that you can't tolerate, and then putting all of the weight of the situation on you, trying to figure out, how do I tolerate this, when you aren't supposed to be tolerating it? You're supposed to get the hell out of it, you know? Like, when you get a headache, the headache is usually a messenger of some other reason of what's wrong, you know? You haven't had enough sleep, you haven't got enough fresh air, you haven't had enough water, or like whatever it is. The headache is a signal. You feeling at your wit's end when you're with a particular person, or in a particular relationship, or engaging like at a particular job or whatever it is, that's a signal. You can't tolerate it anymore. So doesn't it seem dysfunctional and irrational to ask yourself, how do I tolerate this? You see what I'm saying? It's like having a fucking pounding headache and be like, how do I tolerate this headache? I'm gonna take pain medication to mask it. Rather than understanding that the headache is a signal that's informing you of something deeper that's going on. You know? Maine, what the fuck are you on about? Are you listening to what I'm saying? Too many trolls? Dude, I know. This is dog shit. This is a brain rot chat, dude. Does anybody have anything intelligent to say? This is crazy. I mean, I usually have, what's your favorite kombucha? Hey, you're actually asking a rational question. Honestly, this one, dude. This one's fire. Tolerating it builds character for future endeavors. Always lesson to be learned. That's true, but it begs the question, what are you tolerating and why? If you're in a shitty relationship, tolerating it doesn't build character. Tolerating it, if anything, blocks you from growing. It impedes on the development of your character. Because you're tolerating something that's not good for you. It doesn't build character. What builds character is knowing how to walk away from something that you don't fucking tolerate. You know what I mean? Go to bed, children. Oh my god. Dude, this one's whack. This chat is whack. It builds trauma, yes. Facts. Sonya, first of all, it's good to see you, bro. Yeah, you can get to banning people, by the way. This is dog shit. It's crazy, bro. This is the world we live in, man. I wish I was talking to somebody the other day. I wish I could take some of these people that are like throwing all this brain rot, degenerate stuff into the chat. I wish I could like click them and make them live on the screen with me and like see what they would have to say then. MC Voltron with some really good shit. Spicing it up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, dude? No, dude, you're not gonna get banned if you're not throwing brain rot in the chat, man. W mods, yeah, facts. Sonya's a good mod. Clean this shit up. Dude, it's bad. By the way, I'm Devin, by the way. It's nice to meet you guys. I go live every Thursday and talk about life and work my way through and sift my way through the crowd of brain rot degenerates that come into these chats and try to meet the beautiful people like yourself. Devin, you asked for a legit question. Dude, what the fuck is on my foot, bro? What the fuck is that? Got some like lotion on my foot. What do you got for me, bro? Okay, lib. There's a good one. What else we got? Can't say run the channel, Northwood Sean. What do you mean? I'm Clint from Oklahoma. Nice to meet you, bro. What's good? How are you, man? I'm Devin from Maine. Why do you think people have this need to be annoying? Because they literally don't have anything better to do. Like, that's how they're spending their time. Always trust a man in a rocking chair, never a tunic. That's what they're doing. They're coming into the chat and just they're probably having fun. They probably think it's fun. Vortex, you're not being ignored, dog. What did you say? What is your gauge size? These aren't gauges. These are wooden studs. They look like gauges, and that's why I like them. I had a buddy that used to work on a boat up there. No shit. That's cool. Lobster, surely. Yeah, probably lobster and clams and shit. Somebody said hi. Braylon said hi. What's up, homie? Are you gay? Nope. Are you? Are you gay? Hey, Aiden, right? What's good, bro? Are you sure? Yeah, what makes you think that, man? I'd love to hear the most creative statement you could as to why you think I'm gay. Let's see what you got. The stage is all yours, bro. Baked beans bath. Charlie, oh my god, bro. How are you, man? How's Charlie Jones? Did you play COD 2? Nah, dude. COD is dog water. What's your question, homie? I feel like you might have a good question. Charlie, how did you end up on Sonia's live streams? Make that make sense. How'd that happen? Hey, my beautiful mother has arrived. Be warned, the chat is fiery tonight with brain rot. Got that Mike Tyson accent, and I'm feeling it. No hate. Is a lisp an accent? Is that a thing now? Lisps are accents? She has a channel. Oh, shit, Sonia, you deleted it before I could read it. Can you make me video? What do you mean, bro? Mom, how did you raise such a lovely man? It's a retainer. Slayer. You should face tat. Should I? Should I face tat like Mike Tyson? Oh my god. Okay, I'm back. What's good, bro? What do you think of stoicism? I don't know much about stoicism. Not really enough to have my own based opinion on it, you know what I mean? I know what the word stoic means. That's an important thing to have in particular situations. Hi, ceiling fan. How you doing? Are you going to ask me to see my ceiling fan? You'd be surprised. Let's teach English. Can you make me a video about me? What do you mean? Fuck, I don't know the first thing about you, dog. What would I say? Yeah, oh my is right. Tonight's live stream is dog water. Chat. Oh. Dude, look at Ceiling Fan's profile pic. Where is your mom? She's right here, man. The spiritual witch. She's here with us. Smoke a bowl. Dude, I don't smoke anymore, man. Dude, that's funny as fuck. You still have that same profile picture, dude. That's crazy. You didn't notice? No, dude, I can't. You're like a fucking tiny little circle on my screen. Where is your mom? She's right here. The spiritual witch is my literal biological mother. No, it's a new one. No, it isn't. Oh, is it? How the fuck did you put my hair down, bro? Are you a girl? Yes, I am. Are you a woman? Yep. Jay Hiltner says hello. What's up, bro? Finger tats. Give me the story. So, Here, I'll show you because I think it's mirrored. There it is. It's Hindi. It says Ram. Ram is a Hindu god. I'm really into Hinduism, and the sort of idea behind Ram is it's a mantra. Like the repetition of the word Ram is a mantra in Hinduism, and so it's like it's very common to recite it and write it out and that kind of stuff. And I just thought it'd be cool to have it tattooed, and it's the recitation vibe, like the mantra, the repetition of it, you know, Ram, 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 and it looks dope. Devin, I have a question. You're not gay, and also you're not a girl. Okay, what's the question here? Love the Hindi tattoos. Thank you, bro. Cool. Thanks for explaining. Of course, man. Of course. Go check it out. Check your bed. I'm under it, and that's true. No, it's not, man. I don't repeat stuff. Yeah, out of all people that doesn't repeat stuff, you're the winner, Charlie. Can I be a motivator? What do you mean, bro? What are you talking about, Mr. Aiden? Is it read left to right or right to left? It's read left to right. Fucking love America. Free will. Do we have free will? My mom and I were actually just talking about that. Congratulations on not being gay or a girl. Dude, that's, yeah. It's W. I like your shirt. Thanks, bro. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Tell me if that big old leaf is real. Yes, it is. This is a real ass plant, dude. I raised it. It's a Monstera plant. I raised it from like a tiny little fucking cutting. Don't lie, we kissed. Yep, you got me. You got me, man. No, yeah, that's real as shit. Here, I'll show you. I do like I show this plant every time I'm live streaming, so here you go. There it is. Look at this thing. Look how big this plant is. It's fucking massive, bro. I hate that plant so much. Charlie, get out of here, bro. When did your comments become so like... Come on, man. I know you're better than this. What's its name? It doesn't have a name, man. I think we have it, but there's no model. We have to understand it at the moment. What are you referring to, Rational Heretic? Whose house is that? What makes you think it's not my home, dude? The fact that you just had to read that and then delete it, Sonia. Are you trans because you look trans? Dude, I'm whatever you need me to be, bro. You're gonna scroll and never see me again, and you'll call it a day, bro. How can you hate a plant? They are delicious. That's funny, dude. Josh the vegan. He is a vegan, but he is the last guy you would expect to be a vegan. Oh, free will I'm referring to. What did you say? The plant has no free will. Okay, what did you say up top? I think we have it, but there is no model to understand that we have it. Interesting. So I think it goes both ways, man. Dude, check this cat out. Look at that baby. I'm gonna touch your beans. No, I think when it comes to free will, it goes both ways. We have free will and we don't have free will. You know? Very, very interesting conversation. Like, I was literally just talking with my mom about how when you think of destiny, destiny only makes sense in retrospect. When you look back, you say, oh, if I hadn't done that, then I wouldn't be here now. That makes sense. That's linearly makes sense, where you're able to piece it together and, oh my God, if that little thing didn't happen and if I hadn't gotten there at the time I did, if I was 1 minute late, it wouldn't, you can see all that in retrospect. But now take that same way of looking at it and the way of looking at your destiny and apply it from here looking out into the future, it falls apart. If you didn't do what If you didn't do what, you wouldn't get where. There's no reference point for the future. You see what I'm saying? You don't know where it's headed. And that's the idea of free will. But then you take an action right now, and tomorrow you'll see, oh, if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have been. You see what I'm saying? So it's only in retrospect the idea of destiny actually makes sense. But when you look out in the future, it's this open field of experience. Where's the wooden necklace? I'm not wearing it. Spiritual. Can I? Oh, are you meaning to say moderator, bro? Aren't you like 14, dude? What's going on in the chat? That's why I think free will can't be disproven. Yeah, like, see, I could say, like, I'm going to choose to drop the bottle. And then I'm going to choose to grab the bottle. But why is the bottle here in the first place? Because yesterday I chose to buy it. Why did I choose to buy it? Because I've bought it in the past and I learned to like well, why do I like kombucha? When you pull your supposed when you trace back and reverse engineer your choices, you can find that the reason you made the choice was because of an influence from the sum of all your previous experiences. So the reason you're making the choice is because of a influence, where it's not a free choice. The reason I'm demonstrating I can pick up the bottle and I can let it go is because somebody mentioned free will. And now we're talking about this. So how free is it? Maybe we can't predict it, but the direction it's going in is like deterministic in that sense. You see what I'm saying? Devin, you're thirsty. That's why. No, dude, this kombucha is fire, bro. I can't relax. Spiritual. Where is your son? Dude, I'm right here, bro. Hey, I just got here. What are you talking about? We're kind of talking about free will right now, but honestly, the chat is a little bit rough tonight. Got bad energy from these goobers. I need it. Dude, it's... Sonia, do you get this stuff on your live stream? Ever? Anytime I go into your live stream, it seems like it's only your homies. Is this a Trump rant? Yes. Like religion or no? Not really. Just free will in general. A regular shopping list is an action plan toward a habitual future. I like that. Daddy Ilo, what's good, bro? Good to see you, man. But I think we still have a choice in obeying or disobeying the external influence. Yeah, but why are you disobeying it or obeying it? Because of external influences. And maybe not necessarily external influences, but influences nevertheless. You know what I mean? Okay, thank you. Yeah, you're good. How are you, Bianca? Let's go, Trump. I ignore them or pin their comments. Dude, those seem like two complete opposite poles of the spectrum. You either ignore them or pin their comment. What is your channel about, bro? I talk about self-development and spirituality and psychology and essentially how to transform your life. I talk a lot about manifestation. I think you are not taking the internal into consideration. What do you mean? Like what I'm saying is when you choose to not act on the external influence, why is that the choice that you're making? If I pin their comments, they usually run away. Oh, that's a hack, bro. What are you doing tonight? Do you have work tomorrow? Nope, I don't have work tomorrow, and tonight I'm live streaming, and then I will leave and go to bed. Is your hair curly? Just wondering now. Hey, Charlie, thanks, bro. You just manifested me $2, dog. Let's go. If you guys give me a $44 donation, I'll tune into the Akashic Records and channel higher beings to tell you your future. I'm kidding. Because of the intellect. Wait, did you say something above that? We talk about acid and Jesus and forgiveness and nature and kombucha. Yeah, for real, dude. Straight up. Think that's why people seek spiritual enlightenment, to eliminate the outside noise and find your true needs. Yeah, dude, that could be one reason people seek spiritual enlightenment. I also think people seek spiritual enlightenment to find out what reality is, to find out who they are, to find out what existence is, to find out why they're here, or if there even is a why as to why they're here, you know? I've never donated on YouTube before. I feel like that's a lie, bro. Interface with the Powerball records and get us the numbers. Oh, I like that, bro. Find the signal in the noise. Yes, I love it. The mind is what has free will and it decides to obey or not. Yeah, like I said, they're both non-falsifiable things. You either you have free will and you don't have free will. They're both non-falsifiable, meaning you can't prove them wrong. They're both rational and complete in their distinct in their description. So I'm somebody, I understand both takes. And so because of that, I believe in both. I believe we're co-creators in reality, where our life is kind of like a game of chess, where we make an action and then the universe matches that energy in either a beneficial way, or creating some type of obstacle. Or I can also understand that life is an unfolding, deterministic path where this is all built in. What's the difference between manifesting versus just working towards that thing? Very good question. And to be honest, that's when I've begun to start realizing there isn't much of a difference. The word manifesting, so honestly, that's the truth of the situation, is when you believe that you can achieve something, you will take the steps towards it that bring about that result in your life that you're walking towards. That's the way it works. And if you get knocked down, usually people are like, oh, I've failed, and they don't try anymore. But if you refuse to give up, and if you continue to go after it again and again and again and again and again, it will come into your life, assuming that it's like physically possible. You know what I'm saying? But the idea of manifesting is that there's this quality inside of it that is almost, what's the word? Spiritual. It's this metaphysical quality where when you embody the energy of what you want, there's almost this magnetic quality about it where it pulls and gravitates that thing towards you into your life. Where when you operate and live your life on the frequency of fulfillment and feeling what you would feel were you to have the thing that you desire, it makes the bringing about of that thing you desire that much more probable. Where when you think, feel, and act equal to the reality of somebody who lives where you want to be, meaning if, let's say you want to be financially free, you think to yourself, what would it feel like? What would it feel like to be financially free? Just think about it for a moment right now. How would you feel if you could quit your job and be financially free? What would it feel like? What would you do right now? And how would you carry yourself? How would you feel about yourself? What would be the literal emotions you feel in your body were you to be financially free? What would be the thoughts that you think about? How would you think? What would you do with your day? How would you posture yourself? When you get lost in that dimension of, as Neville Goddard said, who is a huge proponent of manifestation, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. When you get lost in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, it magnetizes that reality to you. When you act like somebody who's financially free, you become somebody who's financially free because you start taking actions that make that a reality. Now, the area where people get confused in manifestation is thinking it's all just about, I'm going to just feel fulfilled and repeat affirmations and sit on my couch and wait for it all to happen magically. But that's not the way it works. The embodying of the energy is 50% of the situation. The other 50% of the situation is acting from that emotionally heightened state. Where when you lift your energy into that energy of fulfillment, the point in doing so is to act from that point. Because when you act from an energy that is heightened and living in the fulfillment of what it is that you're looking for in your life, the actions that you make from that state inevitably bring about that which you're acting, the state that you're acting from. Does that make sense? Like, if you want to lose weight and you learn about manifestation, so you sit on the couch and you repeat, I am this many pounds, I've lost this much weight, and you just repeat that shit to yourself. Is that how you get physically fit? No, nothing's going to happen. You'll sit there and fantasize about what it would be like to be physically fit, but you're not doing anything to get there. What you need to do is get your ass up and go to the gym. Now, if you haven't primed yourself emotionally, if you aren't thinking, feeling, and acting like somebody who will lose weight, you're probably not going to want to get up and go to the gym. And if you do, you might not even lose the weight because you're stuck so intensely in the self-image of somebody who, I'm never going to lose this weight. I don't want to be here. This isn't going to work. I don't think it's possible. You're not going to allow that reality to come into fruition because you're going so against the grain of the potential of it happening. But if you elevate your emotional state, if you come into a higher emotional state and you feel like somebody who loses weight or somebody who has lost weight, if you embody the energy of somebody who will lose weight, getting up and going to the gym is a lot easier. And you're going to do it a lot more intensely. And you're going to believe in yourself. And the idea is that when you act from that elevated, emotionally primed state, that's what brings you the outcome. Now, let's say a lot of people try to manifest a relationship. I'm going to manifest a relationship. The beautiful thing about that is you don't fucking manipulate and control the outside to bring about the person that you want in your life. You don't try to manifest the person. What you do is you, once again, live in the energy of fulfillment. Meaning, are you single right now? Yes. Okay. So be okay alone right now. Happy, alone, fulfilled in yourself. When you're single and you want to manifest your partner, what you really want to do is manifest the life that you love for you. You don't go out on the dating apps and out to bars and try to find them. Where every fucking red light you get at, you look over, you're like, is that my soulmate? Is that them? Is that my soulmate crossing the street right now? You see? You don't look for them. We all say, I want to find the one. No. You want to know how to find the one? Be the one. Be it. You're asking for the one to come into your life. Are you being the one for them? And if you want to find somebody who resonates with you, you better curate your life around what you love. Go and do what you love. Live your life. Forget about finding the soulmate. That doesn't mean deny the fact that you want it, but it means be willing and able to live without it. You sit around, you're fucking desperate for a relationship. And so you fucking download one of the dating apps. You desperately and pathetically make an account. Ugh, this is me. I'm fucking this tall. I'm going to say I'm a couple inches taller than that because, and you make your account and you match with somebody and then you go out to the date. And the energy that you embody in the date is, I need you. Please tell me you're the one. Please be the one that will fulfill me and finally give me what I want. You better be good enough for me because I need you to complete me. Because if I don't have you, if I can't find the one, I'm not happy. I'm not complete. The reason I'm here at this date right now is because I'm incomplete. That's the energy that you broadcast to the universe when you're operating from lack and you're operating from scarcity. When in reality, the energy that you want to operate from is love, fulfillment, excitement. And I mean, sure, if you want to do your dating app thing or go out and try to find them, do it. But do it good, man. Do it because you love yourself. Don't do it because you're desperate. But what I would advise, if you're looking for the one, stop looking for the one. And once again, that doesn't mean stop wanting to find the one. What it does mean is start living for you. Go out and do what you fucking love. Go travel alone. Alone? Yes, alone. Go travel alone. Love yourself. Do what you love. Go out on hikes alone. Read. Write. Fucking do what you love. Do what you love. Be the one. The one is you. Exactly. Exactly. When you be the one, you open up a channel for the universe to allow them to come into your life. When you chase and you seek, the energy, the universe plays out this dynamic of chase and run. When you chase somebody, they run away, bro. You ever had somebody that was vibing with you? They liked you. They were vibing with you. And then right when you start to vibe with them, they run away. And you're like, wow, that's interesting. Right when I wanted them, they left. Because a lot of the time, the energy that we want to embody is, I'm whole. Dude, my cat's going crazy. Listen. Oh, God. We don't want to chase our dreams because our dreams will run. We want to attract our dreams into our life. We want to attract the people that we want into our life. And you just might meet someone else being the one alone with themselves, doing what you like to do. Exactly. Your cat is manifesting. She's trying to manifest her soulmate, if you know what I mean. If you try to sell too hard, people don't want to buy too. Yeah, trust me. I'm well aware of that, man. Because I have things I sell, and I'm learning about selling and sales and marketing and this kind of stuff, and if there's one thing I've learned about sales, it's not to come in and say, can you buy my fucking course? Hey, can you donate to me? Leave some donations down in the chat, guys. That's not the way to do it. The way to operate in that area, in that field, is to give. To the extent that when you make the ask, they want to fucking do it. They want to attend the course. They want to give the donation. They want to purchase the whatever that you're giving. You don't want to come in like primed with this, I need something from you. And also, what kind of shady shit would you do for $44? Dude, were you here when I made that comment? Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. My beautiful mother has just given me $2, guys. Fucking thank you so much. Manifesting that shit, bro. No, there are some absolute dirtbags out there. Allowance, that's dope. In the area of sales and marketing and all that kind of stuff. You know? Wild. It's wild. And like, I'll be completely honest and completely transparent with you guys. I'm working towards going full time as a YouTuber and as a self transformation coach, is what I call it, because I don't know what else the hell to call it. I basically just teach how to shift and change. Son, you're crazy. You need that money, dude. You need to feed yourself, and you keep giving it all to me. That's wild, dude. No, it's straight up. For real, Sonia, thank you so much. That's crazy. You guys are too much. For real, I love you guys so much. Cause no, I'm in the game right now of making money by doing what I love. YouTube, coaching, courses, all that kind of stuff. I'm working in the dimension of making money by doing what I love, and naturally and realistically, you have to learn the ins and outs of that kind of stuff, you know? And so I'm learning about all that shit, bro. I'm learning about being too salesy and demanding things of people and only working with people because you want something from them and all that kind of stuff, you know? And yeah, like I was saying, if there's one thing that I've learned, the most important thing is to you want the ratio to be 100-1 of your value that you offer to what you get in return, right? Because offering value means you're doing what you love, and what you're sharing is to the people who love what you do. So you offering value is really just you doing what you love. Like me in these live streams and in my videos and my coaching and my courses and my live events and all that shit, that's just me doing what I love. I love doing that. And as a natural result of that, you attract and find the people who want to work with you for long periods of time and who are delighted to financially help you out in exchange for the services that you're offering to them, you know? But if I framed this whole live stream around like getting money from you guys, it'd be sus. I don't know how you'd feel, but I'd feel like it's sus as fuck. You're such a beautiful soul and deserve all the beautiful things, son. Thank you so much, for real. For real. You do too. What is that? I thought that was an emoji of the blood symbol, bro. Can I do that shit? Ow, I just cracked my finger. That's funny as fuck. I can't do it. I can't do it. So jealous of this mom-son relationship, bro. I wish you could have a relationship with your mom or your dad or your, you know, the way I do with my mom, because I am so blessed. We literally had like an hour-long FaceTime before this live stream, and she got me hyped up, bro. Like, and she's so beautiful because look, like, dude, she's in this live stream. If that doesn't speak to the kind of person she is and the shit that she vibes with and gets down with, I don't know what does. Like, she's you know what I'm saying? We resonate and we vibe with the same stuff. And also, she's recently just started on TikTok too. So she has the same username. I don't know. She probably doesn't want me to shout her out like that, but you should go check her out. Are you menstruating? Yes. Yes, dude. I am. Trying to throw gang signs. What is happening? Microdose Fellowship. Hold hands on the path and keep each other safe. Listen. You hear my cat? Oh, she goes quiet right when I ask you to listen. Parents and their kids are supposed to be good friends, no other way around. Dude, I heard a really good... So, like, I'll be completely transparent with you guys. I have, like, zero relationship with my dad. It's been rocky our whole life, my whole life, my brother's whole life. And just recently, actually, he, like, full-on blocked me and my brother from communicating with him. And it's all because he can't take accountability for his decisions and his actions and his behaviors, and like he's treated us like shit for all these years, and then he has like a surprised Pikachu face. He's like, why do my kids not talk to me? Consider your actions. Consider your decisions, man. You know? But the point that I want to speak to is like, imagine like my dad's out on a date and the girl he's on a date with says like, so you have kids. How are they? Do you guys keep in touch? Are you guys close? The fuck's he gonna say? No, because they make me be accountable for my actions. What kind of story is he going to construct and spin and weave to make it make sense? You know, like something I feel like some people have zero self-awareness. Yeah, facts. That's true. You have to parent your child, not be friends, or it runs a lot or ruins a lot. That's a subjective statement. I'd like to hear what my mom has to say to that. I feel like, obviously, like it depends on the age range you're talking about. It's not like you're kicking it with your homie, but it's actually like your 2-year-old baby, you know? But I think, I forget who it was that said it up top, but yeah, Oscar said, you know, I think he's talking about like older, once we're older, you know, kind of grown up. We're supposed to have a friendship. Like me and my mom, we're so close, not only because we're mother and son, but because we're best friends, bro. And like she still parents me in certain ways, which is beautiful and funny and humorous. And if she does it in a certain moment, I still am the child that's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. But moreover, we're friends. We're close. We vibe with each other. We have the same interests and the same hobbies, and we get along. And when I'm down, she lifts me up. And when she's down, I lift her up. And we call each other out on each other's shit. We're there for each other, you know? I think if the age difference is smaller between parent and kid, being friends becomes more natural. Yes, once we're older, yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. And I feel, I don't know, a lot of us have rough, shitty relationships or no relationship at all with our parents, you know? Sometimes you expect apologies, but you know they aren't coming. Yeah. Stop expecting them. Stop expecting the apology. And also, you don't need it, man. It'd be nice, but you don't need it. You know, like, oh, excuse me. That kombucha's hitting. You know, like, if I think to myself, oh, I wish I had a relationship with my dad, I recognize there isn't a version of him that I wish I did have a relationship with, because he's always been the version of himself that I've never had a close relationship with. So when I sit here and go, I wish I could be close with my dad, I don't. Because I don't want to be close with the person he is. The relationship I'm imagining is a fantasy. It's a projection. It's an abstraction. That's the word I was looking for. It's an abstraction because it's not real, because the person I want to be close with doesn't exist. And the person I'm not close with, I don't want to be close with that. So not only have I naturally distanced myself to protect my peace and to prioritize myself, but he's also gotten bitter and resentful about the fact that I've spaced myself and has pushed me away all the way. Now we can't even text, even though I could drive over to his house and knock on the door and be like, Dad, what the fuck are you doing? That'd be funny. But no, I don't want a relationship with that kind of person. Now, does it suck that I can't be close with my dad? Yeah, I guess. On paper, like, it sucks, you know? But, like, when I look at that person, I don't want to be close with that. You know? All I hear is me. What should I talk about? It's so weird when people are like that. Like when you're like just outright talking about a story and that's what he has to say. We can talk about you if you want, bro. What do you got? What would you rather me be talking about? That's a better question. Really tough for the kids. Oh, who said that up top? Synergy is good kombucha. The trilogy is insane. Dude, trilogy is fire. I like Island Bliss. This shit's top notch. I love this. Devin and mom, how do you come to terms with dad being the way he is? My mom said divorce. That's funny as fuck. That's funny as fuck. I have a great father. Let's hear more about you, bro. All I talk about is me. I want to talk about you now. Let's hear about it. Portland in the chat. Twin, what you on? I love the way people talk. It's so good. 2026. Grammar is just next level. I sure can't let him go. What? Let me ask you this. This might be a vulnerable question, and I'll appreciate you if you answer. Why do you need closure from him? Why do you need him to apologize? Dad is missing out on amazing kid. I agree, man. I agree. And you know what? He's missing out on an amazing life. It's not even about... The reason we're not close is because of the way he's living his life. And also the way I'm living my life, where I'm in a place where I'm not going to engage with that. You know what I mean? Purple Power, what's up, bro? Still Woozy merch is tough. Dude, that's funny you actually recognize that. I wonder if that's why somebody was bringing that up earlier. That's funny as fuck. And you get to use all of that overcoming to help others to overcome. I want to talk about me. Talk about my... You didn't complete the sentence, dude. His loss, how sad for him that he's incapable. Yeah, I agree. I agree, man. Love Window by Still Woozy, low-key, all his stuff. Yo, wait, why'd you delete that? I think you deleted the wrong message. Yeah. No, that's it. I agree, bro. She accidentally deleted your message, by the way. I like Cooks, Goodie Bag, Vacation. Still Woozy is damn good. Got a bunch of his songs. Yeah, same, bro. I saw him live. That's where I got this shit. To be honest, though, he seemed like he was on some shit when he seemed like he was like deathly pale, and like it wasn't the world's best performance I've ever seen. But hey, man, it's who am I to talk about that? Fired shit. Maybe I crave acknowledgement of my feelings. No, that's absolutely reasonable. That's absolutely reasonable. Why do you need him in particular to acknowledge your feelings? Let me just go deeper with that with another question. Sometimes I don't know what to remove because sometimes negativity can also provoke an educational response. Yeah, and also you're not the one removing or adding things. You know, my mom and I were actually just talking about that before the live stream. Like you don't make the negativity go away. You open to it. You soften to it, and it naturally transforms. These emotions, they're energy in motion. That's how I want you to think of emotions, as energy in motion. They move and they transform, and you're not controlling them. I'm telling you right now, the right action, the right next step, the right next decision, the good vibes, the high vibes, the creativity, the excitement, the inspiration, all come about when you stop applying effort and resistance onto what is. I need to make this happen, or I need to get out of this feeling. No, when you let go and allow yourself to be precisely where you are, the negative naturally transmutes into a higher vibration. The example that I often use to describe this is, if you take a bouncy ball and you push it underwater, it wants to come up, right? And like, you pushing that bouncy ball underwater is essentially it's going down into a lower vibrational state, a more negative state. And what are you doing to make that bouncy ball go down into a negative state? You're forcing it. You're applying effort and resistance, and you're pushing it down. Unknowingly, you're making it worse by pushing and applying all this resistance. I shouldn't feel like this. I wish I didn't feel this. This needs to go away. Now, let me ask you this. How do you get the bouncy ball to go back up into its natural, buoyant, elevated state? You let go. You let go of the ball, and it naturally rises back up. When you let go and you get out of the way, the negativity naturally dissolves. This is why meditation, or going on a fucking walk, or taking a second works the magic that it does. Is because you're giving your mind, body, and spirit the space that it needs to naturally transmute that energy. You don't sit there and think your way through the anger and the rage. You let go and you allow it to dissolve. It's like adding fuel. The more you think and the more effort you apply and the more you resist it and push it away, you're just stoking the fire, dude. You're just putting more fucking wood on the fire, bro. You're building it up. But when you stop and you watch the fire, it goes out. It slowly burns out. Another beautiful example I've gotten is what you are, the observer, the subjective self of your life. You're experiencing all these emotions, all these negative, happy, all of it. What that is you're sitting in a room, and there's a door on either side of the room. 2 open doors. And emotions are like people walking through that room. Now, when a good emotion comes into your body, it's the same as somebody you like walking into the room. Now, rather than just sitting there and watching them walk through the room in one door and out the other, what you do is you get up, and you grab them and you say, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you're here." And they say, "Hey man, I'm on my way out." And you go, "No, don't go. Don't go. I don't want you to go away. Please stay. How can I make you come in here more often? Please don't go. Please don't leave. I want you to stay here. Can you come more often?" And the emotion says, and the dude says, "No, I'm on my way out, bro. Let me go." And you can't fight it, and the person walks through the room and out the door. So you sit back down. Oh. And then a negative emotion coming into your body is the same as somebody you don't like walking into the room. Now, remember, this person is on their way out. They walk into the room, across the room, and out the other door. When somebody you don't like walks into the room and they're on their way out, what do you think you should do? Let them go, right? Let them walk through the fucking room. But no, we don't do that. A lot of what we do is when somebody we don't like walks into the room, we get up and we grab them and we say, "You shouldn't be here. Why are you here? I don't deserve to have you here in my room. What made you come here? Never come here again. You're not allowed here. We fight it. And by doing so, we prolong the duration of that negative emotion or that negative person in our life, in our body. It was on its way out, but because of you fighting it and resisting it and telling it shouldn't be there, you engaged with it and it got caught up within you that much longer. Whereas if you were to just sit down, chill out, and understand that your body is like an open vessel through which these emotions are ever flowing, you wouldn't entertain the negativity, and therefore you would allow it to move through you untouched. Like, yeah, you don't like it when somebody you don't like is in the room, but they're not going to be there forever, you know? And also, when somebody you do like walks into the room, you enjoy and love and honor their presence without clinging to them. You let them go. And somebody's more likely to come back into your life when you don't cling to them. But then you need to be good and have that immense clarity. Yeah, what I'm talking about is a very high vibrational way of living life. It's definitely idealistic, but absolutely possible. And should be, what, in my opinion, what we're all working towards. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I'm working towards, is allowing myself to be right where I am, allowing myself to feel what I'm feeling, and allowing it to move through me naturally, understanding that the more I engage with it, the more I get the opposite reaction, you know? The more you cling to your happiness, the more you ruin the happiness. The more you fight the negativity, the more negativity there is. How do you overcome grief and guilt of losing a pet? You're not supposed to overcome it. Grief and guilt of losing a pet is a huge loss, an incredibly painful and transformative experience, and it needs to burn its way through you. It's not about getting over it. It's not about overcoming it like it's a battle. You're grieving, and that's a natural result. I've often thought before that grief is love in reverse. Your grief is only a reflection of the love that you had for that thing. So, like, although it's debilitating, although it's intense, although it's seemingly unbearable, understand that that's a reflection of your love for that thing. And it's a process. Let me ask you, can you trust nature and the universe and God and yourself enough to let yourself grieve? To not run from that feeling. To allow it to be there in its fullness. To allow it to rip your heart to pieces. Like, dude, I got 4 cats. Those are going to be 4 fucking crazy heartbreaks. But I'm not going to fight them. I'm not going to try to overcome them. I understand your inclination to want to, by the way. It's not a good feeling at all. You can replace grief with a new pet. I see what you're saying. It's kind of like saying you can replace an ex with a new partner, though, a little bit. It kind of has that energy. I don't know if you're joking or not, but yeah, I don't recommend just like going and getting another pet to block out the grief of losing your previous pet. No, what you want to do is feel it. Feel it. Feel the grief. Feel your emotions. We need to stop running from how we feel, because the depth and the richness of how much we feel is a blessing, bro. There's a quote from Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist. He said, if you want to have branches that ascend up into the heights of heaven, you also too need to have roots that descend down into the depths of hell. So the depth to which you can allow yourself to grieve is also a reflection of the depth to which you're able to perceive and behold the beauty of the love of life. You know? Isn't adopting cats and dogs taking their freedom away? That's kind of a weird way to look at it. But I mean, I guess in a weird angle, I can see what you're saying. But no, I wouldn't think like that. I'd say you're giving them freedom. What do you mean that's taking their freedom away? Aren't they like in a fucking cage waiting to be given freedom? The more I realize my place in the plan. Oh my god! Oh, I thought Squirrel Sniper was here. That tripped me out. The more I realize my place in the plan, the easier it is to keep others in their place in the plan. That's an interesting comment. When I lost my rabbit, I felt a rare depth that I hadn't felt in 10 years. It brought me closer to my sister who I called because I was so sad. Dude, that's so beautiful. And a sweet little rabbit. That's so sweet that you were so close with a little rabbit. That's so beautiful. That sweet baby had its connection with you. And nothing can take that away from you. The connection that you got to share. Right? Just a little baby rabbit. For you, bro. I would never, in a million years, trade up the things that I've loved because of the heartbreak that's come from them leaving. Pets, past relationships, past versions of myself. I would never regret the things that I've lost when I look at how beautiful they were to experience. You know? A lot of people get jaded in that area. A lot of people get in a relationship and they're vulnerable and healthily naive and open and loving and just, and then they get burned. They get cheated on, or they get fucking left, you know, ghosted. And the person says, I'm never loving again. I'm never getting a relationship. And they draw a conclusion. They say, love is bad. That's the conclusion they draw. And they create a callus because they were scarred. They were wounded. And they had to survive, so they created a callus that saved them in that moment. But the callus that they developed is blocking out any future love coming into their life. Manifesting loneliness. Yeah, talk about manifesting loneliness. You see what I'm saying? Or somebody who loses a pet, and as a result of the pain that comes from losing that pet, they say, I'm never getting a pet again. Now, sure, that's fine, but ask yourself this. Do you regret the 5, 10, 15 years you got to spend with that sweet little animal because of the window of pain you had as a result of it leaving you? You see what I'm saying? Do you really regret all the time? Like, you see this little boy right here? You see that little dude? Do you really think I regret this moment right now, knowing that he won't be here forever? Or her? Do I regret her getting to sleep happily? I'm about to... Oh, shit. That was a crazy sneeze, guys. I just woke up both of those sleeping cats. You see what I'm saying, though? Should I regret loving, knowing that it's going to hurt when it ends? Just be kind to yourself. Hey, Andrew, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Dude, that sneeze was so intense. You guys ever sneeze so hard it makes your arms hurt? Like it feels like your arms are about to fall off because they're aching. Do you know what I'm talking about? Did those two little cuties cats wanted to be there? Why you keep bringing that up? Do you got a weird backstory or something? Like what? Why do you keep coming in at that angle? That's an interesting angle. Like you think you keep talking about how like having these pets is like taking away their freedom. I tore my labrum sneezing in 2005. What is a labrum? Can somebody look that up? I don't know what that is. Yeah, I sneeze and sneeze and sneeze and feel like I'm rotating. No, like I straight up I feel like it like when I sneeze it like forces the blood through my body and it makes my arms hurt. Why to exist? What do you mean? Are you speaking a different language or something, bro? Or is English not your first language? PETA? Oh my god, that's that one. Past versions of ourselves. Yeah, I'm glad you caught that. I feel good when I'm sneezing. No, sneezing feels awesome. But I don't know. Sometimes when I sneeze, it makes me feel like my arms are gonna fall off. Pretty sure those cats want to be there. It's literally one of the few animals that don't escape even if they can. Yeah. Yeah, my cat Arabella, the mother cat, she's not in the room with us right now, but she is a testament to wanting to be with me. This cat has gotten outside at least like 15 times, bro. At least. The longest she was gone was probably like 5 or 6 days or something like that. And guess what? She would come up to me and come back home. She loves going outside. I hated it. I'd be heartbroken every time, you know? But she always came back. She wanted to be with me. Yes, English is not my first language, but I have no intention. I connect with you. Yeah, so what are you talking about? Why do you keep bringing up this interesting perspective? Oh, there's the mama cat. Arabella has arrived. That baby right there. She has been outside and ran away so many times. This damn baby right here. But guess what? She wants to be here. What's up, baby? What you doing, honey? That's my baby. Chunky kitty. Yeah, you guys want to do a little kitty cat run? Oops. What's up, baby? How you doing, honey? I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you, honey. What you doing? What you doing? You gonna get in my chair? Sweet girl. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing, little man? This is Leela. Oh, he said, oh, that feels so good. He said, oh, that feels so good. My boy. I love you, bud. I love you, bud. This is Carly. Oh, there's Yang. She's a scaredy cat. She's probably going to run away. And this is Carly. She's sleeping, but she's going to bring her head down. There's my baby. She's a, what's it called? Oop. She's a tortoiseshell cat, but she's also a chimera, where she has the split face. She's a beautiful girl. My baby. Those are my cats, guys. What you doing, bud? You're just a little chunk in a big old world. You're just a little chunk in a big old world. He said, yep, I know. Dude, I literally love those cats so much. Dude, I'd feel so blessed to be scrolling through live streams and suddenly just see cats. Reminds me of COD Ghost. What? Oh, the split face, dude. That's funny. Do you guys want to see me give my cats catnip? My name is Caitlin. I'm pregnant with a baby. My belly hurts. That's crazy. Yeah, you want to... Here, I'll give my cats catnip. Okay. 1 second. Let me just set this up right, okay? Check this shit out, guys. It's gonna be crazy. You guys want some catnip? This one right here, listen, she's gonna meow like crazy when she starts smelling it. Oh, you can't really hear it. What you gotta do? Hold on, here, you can have the lid, you can get a sniff. You can get a sniff. You want some, Collie? They'll start fighting and shit, too. Yang's like going crazy. Is that good, Elbow? Here, get some fumes, babe. Oh, goodness, that's good. That's that good shit. You want some, bud? Oh, see? I told you. I told you. They'll start fighting. Here, let's get a little pile for you guys. There you go. I'll vacuum it up later. There you go. Aren't they fucking cute, dude? That is fun to watch. Dude, it's fucking so cute. And now, Yang's going crazy under the bed. Leela's sitting here not really knowing what to do with himself. Collie is sniffing the pile. Oh. That's so funny. What the cat doing? That's funny, bro. Sardine breath. If that isn't a name for a cat, that's funny. Dude, I love my cats so much. They're my little babies. Check this shit out. Where's the little plaything? Where's that little thing? Oh, I think it's in the bathroom. 1 second. Fuck, where is it? Where did I put that thing? They have like a little... Oh, there it is. Somebody's got to get it. Come on, get it, bro. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. That's so funny. Watch this. This is how I go fishing for the scaredy cat. She's usually hiding under the bed, so I go fishing for her. Oh, there she is. I caught a fish. Oh, I got a bite. Oh. And then she retreats, but she's always just right there. Oh, no, baby. Get it, honey. Get it. Come on, what are you doing? Get it. Your ancestors are looking at you like, really? All the generations of lions, and this is how you fight. Get it, babe. Wow. How about Arabella? What do you got? What do you got? Oh, yeah, what do you got? You gonna get it? You gonna get it? You gonna get it? What do you got? What do you got? Dude, that's so cute. Cats are like happy vibes on catnip, or they start all fighting. The complete opposite. What are you laughing at, dude? That's funny as fuck. Yeah, this is my life, guys. What are you doing? Why are you looking at me like that? Yeah, slow blinking at me. That's so funny, man. Arabella, what are you doing? Why are you looking at me like a little cutie? What are you doing? I love your gums and your little vampire teeth. You're a great cat dad. Dude, they're my kids. I live for these cats, bro. They're my babies. Like, I literally will miss them at work. And when I'm driving home, I get excited because I know that there's this house with these 4 little gremlins waiting for me to come home to them. And then when I open the door, they all come running downstairs to meet me. They look very loved. Dude, they're all so loved. I love my babies. Hey, Chase, what's good? What kind of chemical does that fire in my base? I like that question, dude. I've looked that up before. And it's so fascinating because it's almost like we don't know a lot about what it does. Like, low key. I think we know the chemical. It's like pheromones, but we don't know the kind of effect it has on them, which is interesting. I love when they start hitting these crazy positions. Like, what are you doing, babe? So funny. Same as weed? No, not at all. Did you see this Italian space engineer found 1 mile deep spiral tubes going down from each of the Great Pyramids? What? They end in huge rooms 1 mile underground. The pyramids are just the tip of the iceberg. What? When did this become a thing? It has nipedalactone. Yeah, so what does that do? I want to know about what it does. Dude, I know, right? And it has no effect on any other animal. Yeah, it's very fascinating. They go, well, tell me, literally, what does it do? He presented his research on Joe Rogan. That's a very weird place to present that kind of findings on Joe Rogan. You'd think that'd be on like fucking world news, dude. Maybe not world news. Absolutely Chopped says hi. What's good, bro? Like when I lost my pet, I keep blaming myself if I had been there for him more, and I keep thinking of what if I did this and that differently or took him vet sooner. Well, I don't know how your pet died, but their death was inevitable, and I also don't feel like you neglected your pet and didn't spend enough time with them. And maybe that was part of the case. Maybe you didn't spend as much time as you wish you would have with your cat or your pet or whatever. And that's for you to work with, man. Use that as a reminder to yourself to cherish every moment with those that you love, you know? And also understand that pet probably isn't resentful or mad at you for not having spent that extra time with them, you know? But also, like I said, allow that to serve as a reminder to you in every day to be with who you love to the fullest. Like, my grandfather passed away in July of last year, and, I lived with him for like 3 or 4 years or something like that. And every time we'd spend time together and every time I would say goodnight to him, I would give him a hug and I'd say, "I love you, Papa." And I'd look at him and I'd hug him in a way where I was acknowledging this might be the last time I get to hug my grandfather. This might be the last time I see him alive saying, "I love you." And I own it and I honor it and I love him and I look at him and I turn away and go upstairs and go to bed. And that's how we should treat every engagement with everybody that we love, is that might be it. And it's also wild. Oh my God, my cats are fighting like crazy. They're doing the like when you think about it, like this might be our last engagement and you become familiar and train yourself in operating from that point, you start to realize how wild some people treat those engagements. Like your family member says, "Fuck you," and then drives away. And you think to yourself, if I died tonight, that would be their last engagement with me, right? And yeah, it'll blow your mind how people treat their engagements, And it'll also change the nature of how you treat your engagements with people. You'll stop being the guy that says, "Fuck you," and driving away. You'll be the person that says, "I love you, and I'm pissed, and I'm gonna leave, but I love you," right? Like, if you really love that person, be loyal to that person. Yeah, I don't know what the context of what you're saying is exactly. Oscar, I know, brother, it's insane. What did Oscar say? Right. It's amazing. It's going to be world news when that actually... Oh. It's true. I heard that podcast myself. Yeah, dude, I'm not doubting it at all, but it's fascinating that it's not like headline shit. Blows my mind. Something about nasal tissues in brain and it kind of gets them high. No shit. My cat does not respond. Yeah, that's another thing too, is not all cats will respond to it. However, some engagements are lovely. Did you say something up above? No. I appreciate your words of advice. I'm glad, man. I hope it resonates. Some are really beautiful engagement. Yeah. As they should be. As they should be. Did you like the way I just listened to hear what my bottle was saying to me? I'm back. Did the plan attack you yet? No, not yet. Not yet, guys. Hey, I think I'm nearing wrapping up tonight's live stream. How's everybody feeling tonight? Has everybody had a good time? There's a bunch of new people here. By the way, if I haven't introduced myself formally yet, my name is Devin, and I go live every Thursday on YouTube at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, I run a really consistent YouTube channel where I teach. If you haven't gotten the vibe already, I teach about, spirituality and self-development and just working towards becoming a well-rounded human being on all levels, mental, physical, spiritual, and I talk a lot about manifestation and psychology and identity, changing your identity to embody that of what you'd like to be, and yeah, it's my purpose and it's what I love to do, and I also work as a coach where I offer one-to-one sessions working with people personally on this stuff. Yeah, I'm running through my my commercials. Dude, I have to run. I look forward to talking with you soon. It was awesome meeting you. Dude, it was so awesome meeting you too. I'm so glad to see you here. And hey man, before you go and before any of you guys go, I have a Discord community as well where a bunch of people here in the chat are in that Discord community. And I would love to see you guys there because it allows us to go from a live stream chat and YouTube replies to actually being able to text and engage and talk whenever we want, Thank you for this introduction. Liked and subscribed. Thank you so much, bro. I hope you enjoy the content. It's always been nice listening to you. I appreciate you, man. I remember you, too. I know your name. Hello, how are you? Hey, Igloo Girl, what's up? That's one of the homies in my live stream. Or in my Discord community. It's good to see you. Hey, Northern Kid. I might have to ban you if you don't take it easy, brother. You are really sweet. Thank you so much. Takes one to know one, bro. But yeah, I would love to see you guys in that. It's a private Discord community. You kind of got to work your way into it. But go to the links at the top of my YouTube channel, and you'll see a link that says, Join the Inner Shift Society. You click that, and it will take you all the way through. There's this little page where you enter your email, and then that brings you to the invite, and it brings you right to Discord. And I would love to see you guys in there. It's a little quiet sometimes. There's like 20 or so people in it, but what's cool is we can talk whenever we want, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'd love to see you in there. I would love to see you in there. You guys like my big ass water bottle? But yeah, any last little comments or questions or statements before we wrap up tonight's live stream? I'd love to hear it. Dude, my cat Leela's losing his mind. What you doing, bud? Last comments going once. I'm just kidding. I might have to ask my husband first before anything, but if it's okay with him, I will. That's awesome. Definitely check with him. I am Sequin. What? Are you actually? No way. Chase Endorphins. What the hell made you change your username to that? Hello, hope you had a beautiful day. Thank you for your positivity. Thank you so much. Is your name Jennifer? That means the world to me. Thank you for your beautiful comment. Are you still going to see the eclipse? Yeah. Dude, weren't you the one saying what's the point of an eclipse? Yeah. Oh no, we're getting an influx. We're getting an influx of people. I can tell by Cashier Marquis' statement here. Yeah, I do plan to go to Spain to see the eclipse in August. My mom is still here. The new account, Fitness Kinds. Oh, I love that. Chase endorphins. That's dope. I love that so much. Are you posting content? I got to check it out. I think you changed my mind about eclipse. Damn right I did, bro, as it should be changed. Eclipses are one of the most spectacular, mind-blowing physical phenomenon you will ever experience in your life. Hands down. Like, it's crazy, crazy shit. It's not your average full moon, you know, or a shooting star. It's like some magical, mind-melting shit. It's crazy. I will make it live in March. Okay, why March? Why not now? But yeah, guys, I do plan to go to. I'm thinking of setting up some sort of like low key meetup in Spain to see this eclipse. But I still have yet to find out all of the logistics around that. But you heard it from me first. There might be a plan to meet up in Spain in August of this year. I think it's like August 12th or something. I wish I could go to Spain. Why can't you? The t-shirt is cool. Thank you, bro. Meet up in Spain. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's an eclipse. A total solar eclipse. Yeah, I'm totally going to put this together, guys, because Oscar, you are not the first one to want to go. I have a few other people that want to go too and that would go. But yeah, there's a solar eclipse happening in August, and the path of totality where the moon fully covers the sun. It doesn't pass through America where I am, but it passes through Spain, and it like goes down through Africa and stuff. And so I'm gonna fly my ass out to Spain to get in that path of totality to see this eclipse. Because I saw an eclipse 2 years ago in April, and that shit blew my mind to pieces. So now I know that whenever there's an opportunity to see a solar eclipse, I'm gonna go see it. We can share living, it will be super cheap. Yes, dude, exactly. Like I'm thinking about like straight up putting some shit together where we can all meet up. And that, dude, talk about an opportunity to get together. Lovely pets. Hey, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Much love to you, bro. I'd love to see you at the eclipse too, man. Anybody and everybody. Thank you so much, bro. That means the world to me. But yeah, think about it, guys. Think about it, because it's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And like, I am going to put a formal invite together of like where we'll be staying and how long. And, you know, I'm not going to set something up where like I supply all the accommodations and shit like that. But we're going to meet up. We can do that, no doubt. That'll be fucking awesome. And talk about a spiritual experience. Because it's a spiritual experience. Dude, my cat's having a spiritual experience with this catnip. What are you doing, Leela? Are you going crazy? Are you going crazy, hon? What are you doing, bud? Ram Ram, I love to see you, man. Hi, says my lodge. What's up, homie? How are you? I know I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Happy spiritual day. Is it a spiritual day? I didn't know that. Every day is a spiritual day. Are you in for like sauna, hot bath, healing shit too? Or more like tense in nature? No, if we're gonna be going to Spain, bro, like let's make it bougie. You know what I'm saying? Not like crazy fucking, but like let's have a good time, you know? And then what we do is we pray that it's not a cloudy day. Because when it's cloudy, you can't see the eclipse, you know? Imagine that. You travel to Spain and you don't see it because of clouds. Dog water. Dog water. L forecast, man. But no, dude, that's going to be the move. So, like I said, you heard it here first. Think about it. August 12th. I can't remember if it's 12 or 13. It's in Spain. I'm going to be going. And I'm going to try to round up a bunch of homies. Can you buy me some ice cream? Can you buy me a ticket to Spain? What would this look like if I showed you? That's a weird angle. Whoa, that's kind of sick. That's cool. Dude. I just heard my roommate downstairs below me go, fuck. I got you, bro. Thank you, bro. I got you with some ice cream too, homie. Man, cloudy day. Anyways, Spain is generally a bit like Cali. Sunny, sunny, sunny. Let's go, dude. Cat's having a time of his life, like a portal. Yeah, they're both semi-loafing right now, where they're like this, but their legs are like this. I call that the semi-loaf. It's like a partial, you know? He's almost loafing, but he's got his legs out. You see? What is he thinking about right now? What do you think about it, little man? Oh, gosh. What do you think about, bud? You say, I don't know. He's coming off a crazy fucking nip bender right now. You coming down, bud? You feeling the afterglow, honey? I always sneeze near cats. Maybe I'm allergic. Yeah, I think that is the #1 sign that you are indeed allergic to cats. I think I'm going to get moving, though, guys. I love you all so much. It's so hard to say goodbye. All right, yeah, that's definitely a good final statement here. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out. And hey, I want to see you guys in the Discord community. So go to the links on my YouTube channel, Inner Shift Society, and then I'll see you on the inside. I love you guys so much. And yo, I'll see you next Thursday, by the way. Peace, guys.